beautiful building, beautiful colors. There are a few other things that will be coming. We are also setting up a small recycling site on the side for the center. We are all here to give back our 67 minutes, but I believe we will go more than 67, and it might be 76 in the end. What I will urge is that we will also go through the community. We'll be doing door-to-door awareness. It will be led by Zimbo. Zimbo, please come forward, let everyone see you. Zimbo is the one that's going to lead us. We will be distributing these flyers to different houses, and we will be telling them about the environment. Whilst we're doing that, we'll be doing a cleanup, so everyone will be given a plastic bag, and then we will collect as much recyclables as we can. We will be doing this for 30 minutes, and then after that 30 minutes, we will all come back here, and then we start the painting. One group will be outside, one group will be inside, and then another group will be doing our gardens. Thank you once again for coming, and I look forward to a great occasion. Thank you.
I'm sure you've watched movies such as Jaws that has just sent shivers down your spine, giving you a different view of sharks, a different view of marine life. You might be an addict to National Geographic, and there might be myths and stories that you don't understand and you'd like clarification on. Well, if you are in KZN or in South Africa, look no further to come and visit the KZN Sharksboard. It's the only organization of its kind in the world, established back in 1964 with its mandate of protecting bathers from shark attack. It's really amazing that ever since shark nets and drum lines and other different types of technologies has been used to protect bathers, especially in the KZN beaches, that we've not had any fatalities. So it does go to prove that it definitely works. Having all of this information back in Umhlanga at number 1A Hillwood Drive is useless until it's taken into the community. And today we have our man, Mr. Babalo, of whom I was privileged to work with as well in quite a lot of the outreach programs. Welcome, Babalo, and tell us a little bit more about your change of uniform in your introduction.
Thank you, Mr. Stephen. Today you can see I'm blue, so that means I'm going for outreach for the community. Today no longer there in the office, so it's just outside. We have to give back to the community. That's why we are here at Umlazi today in this Masibambaneni home here. So definitely. Now,
Babalo, this is a special day, but it's not happening on the 18th. So 18th of July, we know that is the Mandela Day. It looks like you went over and above just celebrating Mandela Day, which was yesterday. You had quite an extensive outreach at a beach cleanup. So today's your second day. I can see you've been out in the sun. Tell us, just give us a little bit background in terms of the home that we are serving today.
Today, this home caters for children from ages of 3 years up to 14 years, special needs kids that are staying in this home, and also normal kids. So when we got an invite from EDTEA, our mother department, just to be part of this Mandela Day for today, we were really glad, and when we came and visited this area, we saw that is an opportunity for us to give back to the community through Mandela Day. As we said that yesterday, we started by cleaning up the beaches at Dakota Beach. So today we are here at Umlazi. So today Mandela Day to us is not just one day. Mandela Day is a whole month. So we're going to be doing a lot of Mandela Day throughout the whole of July. So it's only limited to yesterday, but we continue throughout as we are here today.
So Umlazi can definitely say, never, never, never again will we have a dirty community. So really great. Just give us a little bit background in terms of your outreach. So obviously this is a special edition of where you're getting out and helping with the painting. When we came in here, The place looked quite bad. There was a lot of volunteers scraping paint, painting. I love the fact that they have such a beautiful garden. And just to give you an idea as to where this is, it's amazing, you know, the South African demographics, that just across the road you have the Prospecton, you have Toyota, you have all of these international companies. And then on the other side, you can just see how the location does not have services. And more importantly, in this home, does not have a lot of support. What do you feel? I mean, you are a father, you've grown up Emakaya, and here you are able to give back here in Inkwazi. How do you feel deep down in terms of your efforts? I'm sure that your feelings would also represent most of the group that you came with.
Yeah, definitely. As a young boy also who grew up from the rural areas. So today when you are here, you can see those kids that makes you remember exactly where you come from. So that gives you more energy to give back to the community. As a Sharksboard, we make it as one of our mandates to make sure that we go to communities. As always, we go and clean beaches for communities around this informal settlement. And also, we also visit townships, do some education on those disadvantaged schools. So we always make it sure that it is our duty as a Sharksboard. So me personally, as a person who's from the rural areas and also as from the poor background, I relate very well with this kind of environment that we are today. Definitely, to me, Mandela Day this year is one of those rewarding days that I will ever have to remember.
Babalo, you come from down the south coast, I believe. And what type of South Africa would you like to see? Before we just go into the education part of it, what type of South Africa would you like to see within the maritime space?
As you know that this field of maritime, for us as a black people, is something that we never really get to know about. So that's why we're making sure that we even visit the rural areas, we visit townships to make sure that we try to introduce to those learners as far as from the primary school to know that there is some courses that can do, except just to be teachers, doctors. There's a lot that they can do in this field. They can also be doctors in this field also, do marine biology. So when we get to the rural areas, I always get a lot of questions from those little boys there and the girls. So just to be sure that we always give that power back to them. So as a person who never really be exposed in this industry earlier at my age, so to me it's very rewarding when I have to do that for the rural schools and also for the township schools.
Now, let's talk about the exciting part. KZN Sharksboard offers different types of presentations, dissections. You've got the museum, state of the art. I believe it's been revamped. You've got the audio visual, and that's also been upgraded. And so we've always found that, they talk about taking, and I think Mandela spoke about the weapon of how we could use education as a weapon to fight many different things. I think he was referring to poverty and so on. Now, knowledge is power, and there's different districts, there's different provinces. Today you are at a special school, and that doesn't necessarily mean that these learners would be able to or want to or have interest into going into marine studies. To what extent do you go when we talk about outreaches? I mean, we've got so many different types of provinces within South Africa.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, when we get visitors first at the Sharksboard, we get learner schools from as far as Limpopo, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Eastern Cape. So to us, when we educate those learners, whom some of them, they have no beaches where they come from. it becomes very interesting to them when they learn more about sharks, and when you educate them about shark, it is there in the table. They get a chance to touch it, they get a chance to observe it, and then you give that education. You can see the excitement, and also when they leave, that reward that they get to that type of education that they never really had a chance to get educated about.
What is the most interesting question you've ever been asked?
Sometimes we do find a lot of things inside the shark stomach. So they will really ask you, is this a real thing was in the shark stomach, really? And also when the shark is there, how did you bring the shark here? How did you catch the shark there? So, and also when you give them a chance to touch the shark, you can see some of them will scream and run away just to make sure that. So when they get that chance to touch it, to them is an experience of that never forget in their own life.
Babalo, it's really great to have you today. Once again, to your team and also the management, executive of KZN Sharksboard, please send our heartfelt gratitude for spending time. They speak about, I don't know how many minutes about Mandela Day, but evidently you guys have gone way over that amount of time that would be, at least asked for. In closing, would you please give us any contact details, location as to where KZN Sharksboard is, and also the show times?
Okay, so if they want to visit us, we are at Umhlanga, number 1A, Herwood Drive. So they can also contact us at 031 566 0400. Also, they can follow us on our website www.shark.co.za, and also can follow us on our social media platforms, KwaZulu-Natal Sharksboard Maritime Center of Excellence.
Babs, thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time. You're still listening to Fly FM, and we are on www.flyfm.co.za. If you want to log in and listen to a live streaming, follow us on all our social pages. That's Instagram, Facebook, X, also on YouTube. We play the best of today's music, making sure that youth are empowered. This is a youth channel making a difference right here in South Africa. When you're visiting KZN Sharksboard, you can take taxis to the Gateway Shopping Center and walk through. You just ask around and walk through right to KZN Sharksboard. It's a walking distance. When I used to work there as a janitor, I used to walk all across there. And whilst you're there, make sure that you come and visit us. It's at Fly FM, that is 7 Aurora Drive in Umhlanga. Stephen Mabugana, and we'll give you more music as the day continues. All right, welcome back to Fly FM. Hope you're enjoying the content, the music, as well as the spirit. It's Fly FM, your youth empowerment channel. Listen to us on www.flyfm.co.za. Fly spelled with F-L-Y. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, even to Wokesh and Abu Malume, welcome. Today's content is really, really exciting. We're working around the Mandela Day celebration. We are out here in Umlazi, right? But in Ngezulu, is it right?
No. Singaweni is Umasho. This is Umlazi.
Oh, this is Umlazi. So,
yeah.
So what is this Takazelo for Umlazi then?
For Umlazi, yeah. I think you must kwaza person. You must kwaza someone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can hear, I've got a very special guest. It's Mr. Mtobisi Mbens. Mtobisi doesn't know about Umlazi, no Kwamashi, because both him and I are from Hammersdale. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you so much, Steve, for having us on the show, Fly FM. It's a very nice pleasure to be with you today.
All right. So it's a special day. It's a day where we are remembering Tata Mandela and his contribution to education, to society, to politics, especially giving us freedom. Benza, you are from Hammersdale, which is got its own political backgrounds and hardships. How did you land up in KZN Sharksboard?
Yeah, Steve. I started as an intern whilst I was with the Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs. It was still by the time of the MEC Mabuyakulu.
Mike Mabuyakulu.
Yeah.
I used to joke with him when I was in communication back at Sharksboard. I used to call him Mike Mabugana.
Mabugana.
And then he used to call me Steve Mabuyakulu.
It makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah, so after I've moved from the department, then I went straight to KwaZulu-Natal Sharksboard because my contract ended that side. Then I started to work at Sharksboard and I found it very interesting. And I'm very pleased that I've learned a lot in this organization. And I'm very pleased that we are here at Umlazi today just to give back to the community.
So, there might be a youth that is wondering, Sharksboard, lava sebenza nge fish, noma ishaga. And I'm not passionate about the maritime space.
Sure.
And I've always encouraged youth that it's not about sharks only. There are so many different experts, different careers that lie within the maritime space. So you are in the communication space. So tell us a little bit more about what your day-to-day entails.
When it comes to communications, we have to be there in each and every event as we are here at Umlazi today. This is a special school. So what we need to do as communication, we need to make sure that the public, they actually informed and well informed of what the KZN Sharksboard does inside and out. So we need to be vocal to public, to give them the information as to what the KZN Sharksboard does. So that's our daily job as communications.
Well, it sounds like a very exciting job, but I think you're also being very modest.
Of course,
you do a lot of traveling.
Yeah. We do.
Tell us about where do you travel to, and you being a young person, and you wake up very early in the morning. Tell us, why would you be waking up very early in the morning at some times? You also do quite a lot of exhibitions and so on. So tell us about your department and its involvement in those different fields.
I think our department, which is business development, it's like the face of the company. We have to be there so that the entire public is well informed of the proceeding inside the KZN Sharksboard. So if we go like international, local and provincial, so we have to be all over so that everyone is actually well informed of the services that we do, because some people, they do not know about Sharksboard. So we as business development have to make sure that they are informed of our services, like our base of protection here at Umlazi. We have informed quite a number of people here, so it is an advantage that we've been here today, because we've taught a number of people about our mandate, like to protect bathers against shark attack related incidents.
So the morning one, when you wake up early in the morning, you go out to sea, what's that all about?
That's a big role, because I think the public, they are less informed of our services. So we do have an early morning boat which departs the Wilson's Wharf at 6:30. Where they get a chance to see the meshing guys as they changing the nets. So they get a special opportunity to see them as to how are they actually changing those nets in the early hours of the morning. So if there is a catch, they get an opportunity to see how the guys are releasing that kind of species from the net back to the ocean and whilst it's still alive. But when it's dead, then that's where we load it in our boat, and then we do more educational purposes, because we do have a research department back in Sharksboard. So with those species, we manage to conduct more research. We invite schools the universities, like MUT is next to us. They were here with us this morning. So they do come to us for research purposes. So with those species that we catch in our ocean. So very early hours of the morning, we wake up so that we make sure that we catch them whilst they are still alive.
So you're listening to Fly FM, and you're streaming live on www.flyfm.co.za. It's an exciting day here at Umlazi, and we're with the communications officer, Mr. Tobis, all the way from Hammersdale. What unit are you in Hammersdale, Tobis?
Unit 6. That's
Born and grown up there?
No, I was born and grown up in Pietermaritzburg. Then I had to move to Hammersdale.
Okay.
So that's right.
So tell us a little bit about the business element of it. So we know that the KZN Sharksboard's mandate works under EDTEA. So
Of course,
EDTEA is obviously the parastate, not is parastatal, or is it what do they call them
We
now?
are the parastatal.
Okay,
and
you're the
they-
parastatal.
Yeah. So they are we derive our mandate from them. So they are provincial. So they give us the mandate. So EDTEA has like 12 entities. So Sharksboard is one of them.
Okay.
So we as they call themselves economic development, tourism, and environmental affairs.
Okay.
So Sharksboard is also responsible for environmental safety and also for economic development. So when it comes to Sharksboard, the tourism part of it, when people they go to our oceans, they know exactly that our ocean is safe because of our bather protection. And by them coming to our ocean, they know exactly that they are safe from any shark-related incident. So in that way, they actually increasing the domestic economy. So because they buy food, they go to malls, and they hire the cars, and they book hotels. And by that way, our growth domestic economy they try to increase each and every day. The visitors come to us purely because of our safety beaches.
And how are you finding the impact from an environmental point of view? I know KZN Sharksboard obviously has been running for many, many years, since 1960 something, before you and I were born, 1964.
Yeah.
And back then it started off with full nets, and then there were net reductions of where the overlap of nets was then reduced, and then further to that was a drastic move of using drum lines. So what are some of the other inventive ways that's been used? I know now you've got around June, July is when the sardine run is coming up, and then you take your nets out to reduce the number of bycatch, meaning that game fish as well as unnecessary shark catches. And then around November, there's quite a lot of migration of your humpback whales coming from giving birth up in Mozambique and going down the coast. What other creative innovations have KZN Sharksboard come up with?
We, as the KwaZulu-Natal Sharksboard, have implemented what we call the drum lines, and that has reduced the number of nets we have in each and every protected beach. We do have like 37 of them. So before, we will only have the nets, which is not selective. But when it comes to drum lines, it's very selective because they catch those sharks which are regarded as dangerous sharks, like your great white, your Zambezi, your bull sharks. Bull shark is a Zambezi, of course, and the tiger shark as well. So we catch those sharks, but there is a leather technology which has been introduced, which is called a shark repellent technology. But that one is still tested. We are fully aware that once this technology has passed, it will reduce the number of bycatch, and also it will repel the shark, and then there will be no need for more nets in the ocean, like we have reduced using the drum lines, which are very much selective.
So it is important to the listener listening to Fly FM. Please bear in mind that any type of protection does have its pros and cons, and the issue, I think what Tobis is bringing up is the issue of shark nets being something that does bycatch, which is your large game. It could also be your other sharks. Remember, not all sharks are dangerous. You have the raggy You have other sharks that are just potentially dangerous, but we'll go into that in a different show. There's a lot of fascinating information around that. So making sure that we introduce systems that would reduce the number of catches' negative impact into the environment is of the utmost importance to an organization such as Sharksboard. So please, when you do go out to sea, appreciate these guys. They leave early in the morning, sometimes 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, to go and replace the gear, change the gear. And one of the things in leaving early is to reduce the number of catches, or at least to increase the number of releases. In other words, if there's a shark that's caught in the shark net, still alive, it is then released because it's still alive and released back into the water. So great work that's being undertaken by KZN Sharksboard. You're listening to Fly FM on www.com. Okay, in closing, Mr. Mtobisi, Communications Officer at KZN Sharksboard, what information would you like to leave with us so we can come and visit, come and explore, and learn about different types of careers that are available out there?
Before I close, Mr. Steve, I think it is of great imperative that we do appreciate our stakeholders who have been here, like our mother department, economic development, Inkwazi, Khanyitex, and other stakeholders. But to please people to come to our doorstep, we do have like your museum. It's very unique from the one that people are usually go into. It's a marine type of kind of a museum. So we do please people to come to Sharksboard. They will get a chance to see those different shark species as well, and also for our dissection shows. It's very unique. They get to touch and feel the shark and get to see the inner side of shark, like to feel the shark anatomy, and it's a very different environment that they would get themselves into. So we do please them to come to us, and also for educational purposes, like I said this morning, we do have MUT next to us and other institutions. We do please them to come to us so that we give them more information so that they know about the KZN Sharksboard.
Today is full of Mandela.
Yes.
You know? Tell us a bit about why we're here today, though.
So as I said earlier, my name is Dr. Emmanuel Sakado.
Absolutely.
With our great leader, Nelson Mandela, we know that every year in July around this time, we go out and we give of ourselves to communities. This year, I decided that I will bring all my stakeholders to this orphanage.
Sure.
We are actually doing about 4 different orphanages. Yesterday, we worked with Standard Bank and Unilever to clean 2 different beaches, that is Isipingo Beach and Dakota Beach. And today, we are here at this orphanage. As you are aware, we are here with the Sharksboard. I'm also with EDTEA from eThekwini Municipality. We do have my project Inkwazi Isu, which is a waste management program. What we're doing here is to help these little ones who don't have anybody. We came in to donate a lot of groceries to the tune of about 10,000 rands.
Beautiful.
And personally also donated a cash prize of another 5,000 rands. And we are creating a very nice sustainable food garden for the orphanage, as well as planting a few indigenous trees so that this place will look beautiful. Aside that, we know that the orphanage also has sanitary problems. They struggle a lot with water. So personally, I bought them a brand new JoJo tank, which will be installed. And we are also painting all the buildings in here, both inside and outside. We've got stakeholders who have decided to adopt some of these young ones so that we will constantly come in and take care of them. Me personally, I volunteer here every Sunday. I'm the cleaner. I come in and clean their bathrooms, and I help them clean around.
Yeah.
And with what we do, it's a matter of looking at exactly what we want to achieve as a nation. We know that South Africa is plagued with unemployment, and a lot of people live below the poverty line. So coming in here like this is actually a big opportunity for us to give to the less fortunate. So it's just an absolute pleasure to be here. Our stakeholders have been amazing. I've seen a lot of government officials from eThekwini painting, and everyone is getting down and dirty. Yes.
Someone can't even hold it.
I know, right? It's the thought that counts.
I'm like, can't even paint.
Jeez. Yeah.
But doctor, I mean, very interesting though what you're telling me now. I mean, I cannot stop asking or the question to say you're a doctor. Maybe tell us about the profession of a doctor.
Yes. Actually, I am a doctor, but I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a PhD in environmental science. I have a few qualifications in the science field, and my PhD is in environmental science, so that's what I qualify for. I am the director of the South African Healthcare Foundation, and also the project manager for this project that you see here, Inkwazi Isu. So to tell you a bit about Inkwazi, Inkwazi is a partnership between myself or the South African Health Organization and the city of eThekwini, as well as international organizations such as the Alliance to End Plastic Waste. And what we do basically is to try and bring proper service delivery to everyone, whether the municipality can provide or not. We come in and we bridge that gap. So we've got a few buyback centers, about 15 that are around the entire eThekwini, and what we do is we provide this facility or this infrastructure so that if anybody wants to recycle, they will know the earliest place or the nearest place to bring their recyclables. So I'm more into environmental management, sustainable agriculture. We encourage people to grow their own food. So leadership by example, that's why we are here today. We are bringing waste management here. We are also bringing sustainable agriculture, and it's one of the things we'll do. We believe that if you just bring food to someone, the food is going to get finished eventually. But if you teach them to garden for themselves, then they will be sustainable and they will be able to fend for themselves. So that is basically what we do.
Right now, I am with Thembile, who's going to be telling us more about who she is and what they do as a department. Thembile, welcome to Fly FM.
Sawubona bhuti ninjani?
Siphile siyumemane uyasibona asibuzwa.
Siyanibona usijuxuze wasijuxuzisa.
Lalela mfethu.
Hayi kazi kwamnandi ukuba nani siyabonga.
Thank you so much. So tell us about today. Why are you here and then why did you have to plan this day?
Okay, so today like Masibambaneni ikhaya lengane eziphila nokukhubazeka. As environmental affairs, as an environmental officer by profession, I first came to this home to do a one home one garden project. So njengoba ubona kunezitshalo sitshala kanye no MUT, community liaising division yakhona. From there we saw ukuthi okay, the place was a bit dilapidated, so besifuna ukuthi si revive. And reviving it siqale sapenda, sifuna ukupenda siyenze more vibrant. Sibonakala ukuthi kukhona ingane ehlala ngaphakathi, and to encourage the community to come in and play with the kids. Just because phila ngokukhubazeka doesn't mean they have to be closed away and bazo interact nomphakathi. I feel like Udata was a person for kids. He loved kids. So we took this initiative 67 minutes ukuthi let's give back to the community. Let's come and play with the kids, enjoy space sabo let's enjoy it every day. Let's revive this space. Babona ukuthi nabo banakiwe.
I mean, it was 65 and it turned out to be the whole day.
Yes, it was supposed to be 67 minutes, but it was the whole day. Siyabonga kakhulu to all our sponsors that came through. Sharksboard, Inkwazi Isu, Dr. Emmanuel is playing a huge role within umphakathi wethu. Whether it's about recycling, whether it's about giving back, we bonili cross that he donated donated back to the center.
Absolutely.
Njengokubona spenda le ndawo Umkwazi Isu nayo donatile. A few months back before this, what donated a 5,000 liter water tank for the actual vicinity. Ngoba wafika engekho amanzi kule ndawo. Yes.
I mean, sister, just to link environmental, right? Environment and with the disability. Like where do you see the link? Is there a link there?
There's a link. The environment plays a huge role in everything. So right now, njengoba lezi ngane zihleli kuleli ekhaya, think of ukuthi antibalana abayitholi stipend first of all ukuthi bagade lezi ngane, bayenza out of their own will.
Sure.
Secondly, this community garden that we came to uzoitshala one home one garden ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi bathole into engasesiswini njengoba ubona khona uanyanisi khona green pepper khona iklabishi khona ispinach ishebo sonke leso yabona ishebo sonke leso noma kuthiwa sekunendlala enkulu abasadinga ukuthi bayocela amanye ama sponsors bangena la engadini bayakha bayadla so the environment helps ukuxosha ikati eziko.
Absolutely.
So in one home one garden sisiza ukuthi sikwazi ukuxosha ikati eziko.
And it's funny because I mean they've got this building on the side. I mean they can actually have chicken.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Just
bangakwazi ngisho nokwenza poultry farming
exactly right here.
Yes.
Which means now which department you think are necessary for them to come and see what, because I mean you came as a department.
Yes.
Which other department that you feel need to come here and see what is happening?
Every single government department I think is needed here. We need social development.
Absolutely,
here. We need health.
Sure.
Ukuthi bahlezi bazokwenza ama random checkups for ingane.
Absolutely.
Siyamdinga Department of Agriculture ukuthi uqhubeke usiphi ithombo, because I just go out and ask for ithombo. It would be lovely to find people who just donate ithombo back. We need amaphoyisa sithi ngwenza sure ukuthi people want to invest in the
and
center, but into yokuqala abayishoyo ukuthi is safety. Bayeke bakhalele is safety kokuqala. So we need ama departments wonke to join hands.
Education
siyadinga ukuthi education just because belana it doesn't mean that they can't learn. They need charts, they need bright things, they need toys to play with. Ayikho department engekudingakali lana.
Basically, I'm from a school from Isipingo. It's called Kambalini Primary School. And there I am the recycling ambassador. So basically, we teach children. We actually trying to change mindsets. And we recycle, collecting bottle caps, bread clips. We do that as a drive, and it's like a daily drive. We get kids every day rolling in with bags and boxes of bottle caps. So when we collect these bottle caps and bread clips, we hand them over to an organization that then recycles them, and to reward us, we get a brand new wheelchair. So thus far, we've actually received 2 brand new wheelchairs, and we've assisted 2 needy members in our community. So I'm here today because of Stay from EDTEA Group, and she told us about the plight of the school, and it literally broke my heart walking in here and seeing the condition of the school and the children here. So we are here to pledge that we will sponsor sanitary items, because for Mandela Day we've done a drive where we've asked the members' parents component to donate items towards our drive, and part of that will be given to the center here. Yesterday on Mandela Day, our children were involved in a program with BB Bakeries, and it's called BB Laps for Loaves. So basically what happens is it's a physical activity. So the kids push and ride a what you call this here, it's a go-kart. So for every lap they do, we get a loaf of bread.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
So we've actually landed up to 1,300 loaves of bread.
A lot of bread.
Plenty. So with that, we can identify 5 NGOs, and out of the 5, this is the the center that we've identified. And come the new term, we will be delivering loaves of bread to the center.
Beautiful.
Plus to 4 other organizations. So at the center, I've also asked all the stakeholders and the community members to help make a difference. Every cap makes a difference.
Absolutely.
So we're looking forward to the community joining us, collecting those bottle caps, bread clips, and we look forward to many more wheelchairs to assist our community.
Baba Umbambo. Mr. Mbambo, thank you and welcome to Fly FM.
Thank you so much, Msakazi.
Yeah. Utami, still nobani nenzani and why you here today?
Yeah, we are a company called the Tolerant Suppliers Pty Ltd, and we have a Green Planet project that we have started to launch yesterday. It's going to be carrying on throughout the whole month, as we know that this is the Mandela month. Our nature conservation campaign is mainly based in Koleni. So whereby we put our recycling bins to collect all the recyclables and separate them from the waste and all those things. And also, like Costa Rica, we are going to open a depot there in the nursery. So in Costa Rica, we have a university taking students in summer trainings and all those things. So I decided to sifake depoting ngaphakathi sifake nursery ngaphakathi because I've seen they've started already ukuthi bafake izinto ezibasiza kuma practicals. We did the same eMangosuthu futhi kunendawo esilungisayo whereby eso ingane ezoqhubekisa kweni imbewu and then ikwazi ukuthi isize for their practicals. But our main issue here is to help ama university ukuthi ingane isizakala ukuthi ithola ama practicals kakhulukazi kuma natural sciences ingasenza ukuthi show ukuthi agriculture, and thanks to Inkwazi for collaborating with us in all these projects as we began with Ocean Day. We're moving on. Probably if izinto ihambe kahle next week we have another event so ibambe eMbumbulu futhi. We have 3 schools akufanele participate la together with iMangosuthu and Coastal. So hamba so divide into 3. Some so trainer leza ikole futhi nazaseMbumbulu, and especially ukuthi kube awareness campaign nakhona nje futhi ezofana nale kade siwenza la eMlazi. It's some sort of izinto ezifana nalezo, even though kungininga ngakuchaza but ngenxa yesikhathi sakho umsakazi and so sorry ithuba ngilina ngesichaze yonke into mhlambe sise studio
Sure. But Mama, just before I let you go, so what was your role here? What were you doing just here today?
I participated in a lot because even on the landscaping there, I was the part of that. On painting I was the part of that, and I was greatly excited to be the part of this, and I'm very, very excited, and I'm thankful about organizers alento ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi bafinyelele endaweni ezifana nale, because zikhona indawo ezinye ezikanjena esafisa ukuthi nazo sizakale like how it happened today. I would say this is the start, this is the beginning, and then sazwa launch lama projects abemaningi and then siwasabalalisa futhi emphakathini futhi thankful ukuthi nani ne stage eso we involve kakhulu intsha yabo, and so I hope it's so sebenzana nje futhi we are a family from now on, and then we'll see as we move along ukuthi kuzokwenzakala.
Mr. Mbambo, looking forward to work with you, especially because now we are a youth brand, and we'd love to get opportunities from you coming to us so that we could actually tell young people about those opportunities, especially when it comes to environment. encouraging people to be part of the environment. Thank you so much, Mbambo, for being with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me to your
yes,
studio.
Sir.